I know, Thursday afternoon, not Friday. But we've moved it today because, of course, I'm not in the office tomorrow. I'm on Hobby Maker. And here we go. I thought we'd get on with it to get going with. So what have I got today? Regular tile. I've inked it and spritzed it with a load of water. Just kind of left it to dry, really. And I've got this wonderful background. I think I used purple and a little bit of blue around the edges. And see, you know, sometimes you have to see what's coming, don't you? And that's what's happened. So, okay, let's get to it, shall we? First things first then, pencil, pen, tortillon, all the regular things. Here we go, ready to go. And I do have a ruler with me. But yeah, I've got a ruler with me, so that's all right. Got my little handy kit there. Okay, so if we're ready. Now, I'm going to come in with pencil first. Oh, let's move that so you can see. Let's go in a little bit. Because part way round, let's have a look, sort of around, oh, where am I going to go? This bit, I think. It's nice when you can choose, isn't it? Could go anywhere you like. So it's not going to be in the middle. It is going to be a bit of a shape. Now, I'm not going to use stencil or anything for this, but you can do because it's going to be a larger kind of bubble going on here. See, it's sketched round. Not too bad. But the whole point of using a pencil means that you can then come in, if you want to, and change it. Worrying about putting something on paper, you're never going to get there, are you? So always a little bit about get something on and then you can rub out the bits you don't need. And of course, in we go to that bit. So working my way around. All right. Whew, not bad. I'm quite pleased with that, actually. Let's have a look so you can see the whole tile, so you can sort of get an idea of size there. Okay. And I want to put another one in. So I'm going to come on the inside of that one. Just do it lightly because you're not going to need all of this afterwards. There you go. Into there. And another one, sort of middle. What's this sort of middle? It's going to be about, isn't it? There you go. Into there. Round. Along we go. So see, I've got lots of lines there, but you know, eventually you're going to find one that's right. So pick that one. Let's get rid of some of those. There we go. That bit there. So what we've all been up to today, all the housework, ironing. Ooh. I've been doing a bit of sewing. I was at home yesterday doing that. Not today. Back in the office, prepping, ready for tomorrow. So, busy day. What's going on? Okay. So I've got a bit of like a 3 circles there. Happy with that. I say circles very loosely because they're not exactly, are they? So I'm going to split this off. Again, lightly because you're not going to see all of it. So let's take it into 4 sections. And then having a look here, what do I want to do? Do I want to go 3? Or do I want to go 2? 2 I think is a bit big. So let's split that into 3 sections. Same with this one. So I can sort of follow that down there, look. And that one down there. And then that one there. And that one there. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 little sections. Happy with that. So I'm gonna do this lightly because I want to put something in front of it in a short while. I'm gonna put a curve in each of those shapes. Now, feel free to do it the other way. It's not gonna make a massive difference. So if you find it more comfortable being right-handed and all that, to do it the other way, it's fine. But I'm going with that. See, look, so I've got those little lines. All right. So now I'm gonna go in a little bit. Here we are. So starting from this point here, imagine if I was going to put a cross in this, but I don't want to draw the whole cross. I'm going to go until it sort of stops at the line, see? So if I'd have carried on, it would have gone to the point there and made a cross, but I don't want to. I'm just going across that little bit. And then you sort of get into the mode of it. All right. Like so. And then before you know it, you've got a different sort of shape frame around the edge. Like that. So let's have a look at this section now. What I want to do is, where we've got this shape here, let's do it this way. So I'm going to put a shape in like that, so it looks like a big triangle. I'll turn it around, look, same again. And then again. Again. So keep that going, so it doesn't matter top or bottom, bottom or top. Same shape in every section. Feels like Friday today, doesn't it? I don't know whether that's because I usually do a tile on a Friday or whether it just feels like Friday. Don't know. So, okay, this little bit here, again, I'm going to join it, so just like before. Feels weird going that way. So it's kind of giving me these little sort of box-like shapes. See, that one, look, would go to there, but I'm going to stop it there. All right, everybody okay with this? So I've got little boxes all around. So if I now get rid of, get a little bit just so you can sort of see it, that middle line. See, you've got little funny box shapes all the way around. So at that point, I'm not going to do anything else with that. It's given me the little pattern that I want in there. So what I want to do now is, let's get some lines in. Let's go down a bit. And I'm going to come in with pen to do this. You don't have to, as always. You can leave it and do this afterwards in pen, if you want to do it in pencil. So I'm not going to go straight across the middle. And you see, I'm just lining the edge of my ruler up. And I'm going to come straight down. Now, do I want to go down or do I want to put a border? No, I'm just going to go straight across. Oh, straight across it all, like that. And I'm going to do the same here, but whilst I'm here, I might as well come in, look, and rub out. I know you've just spent hours drawing that, and now I've just said, okay, we're going to get rid of that. Just means that you don't have to later. All right, line straight through it. I'm going to put another one real close. Like that. Real close. I turn it round. Same again. Just eye that real close. See? So I'm going to do another one going across this way. Doesn't matter particularly where I do it. Doesn't have to be in the middle. I'm trying to avoid actually doing the middle. I'd rather do something different. And of course, if you didn't want to do a round shape to that, you could have done one of these oval shapes and then built it from there. See, I might as well do that thin one because I'm going to do the same look, like that. And there. Okay. Oh, just make sure my lines are touching. Same with this one. So again, look, I'm not going to need that bit there. I know, just getting rid of all that artwork. It's took you hours to draw. We just destroyed it in a moment. Yeah. One more. We're going to come slightly further over, I think. So of course, when I get to the lines that are already there, I'm going to stop and go underneath. Like so. I'm going to do a thin one here, look. Just to show you don't have to do them all the same size. Sort of in and out there. Another little line. Okay, so we've got that kind of thing. So I'll do another one, another line. So again, I'm going to do a thin one here. See, I've come quite close to that last one. So, again, keep a thin line. And there. And then, again, quite thin. Quite quite noisy outside again today, isn't it? With at least the roadworks are sort of done outside. We've had a few issues, I'm not going to lie, with them. Especially when they turned the water off yesterday and hadn't told us. Luckily, John had literally just had a cup of coffee, or else he wouldn't have been very impressed. Okay, let's get rid of all those pencil lines within there, you see? Now, before we draw this in, I want to actually put a little bit of a design in along these edges, okay? Let's have a little look at what we're doing. So, being that I've crossed over here, oh, Denise, if you haven't got a ruler, use a tile. I used to do that. Use a tile, it's a straight edge. Oh, sorry, Vicky. You wait till you see what's on tomorrow. I'm really super excited for it. It's you know, you kind of know what's coming, I think, but you don't. I don't want you to keep it a surprise. But as long as you use them, that's the main thing. Don't leave them in the packet. If you're buying one of my stencils, I want you to use it. See, doing that little shape. Let's have a little look further out now. Oh, further in, further out. There you go. So I'm just going to go straight across with this. And the whole point, isn't it, of stencils and instructions, it's an investment into your artwork and having your me time. So sitting with them in the packet and not opening them doesn't really help with that, does it? It just makes you more anxious and more worried about starting it. I think when you buy a new stencil, you should go for it. Even if it's a rough piece of paper, you actually get it out the packet and draw something with it immediately. You know, just to get used to the shapes. Oh, you're going to love it. Okay, so doing these little shapes all the way down both sides. Because you've gathered, I'm doing this on all of them. I know we've got lines in on the underneath it. I don't mind. But the main thing, which is that little sort of donutty mandala shape, we have actually got drawn in now. See, if we'd have tried to do that afterwards, we could have drawn it all over the top. But it's sort of in now. See, this one's next. So I'm going in the order of which I've drawn it. So it's giving it still that sense of depth. Okay. So we're going to be looking at the entries for the Locket Lane Challenge this afternoon. And then I'm going to announce the winner on the show tomorrow. So I've not looked at any of them yet, because I wanted to look at them all at the same time, so they'd all got the same sort of original. You know, I'm seeing them all at the same time, so there's no sort of like anything dwelling in the back of my mind or anything. So looking forward to that. Should be good. And then this one. And that one, of course, it's Halloween tomorrow. Now, I could have done a Halloween tile, but I think we've done a couple at the beginning of October, so I didn't want to overkill. But everything's going to be Halloween the next couple of days, so I did mine at the beginning of the month. Okay, let's have a little look at that. But, you know, when it doesn't want to move, there you go. So you've got these lovely sort of stripes going on around it. So now I'm going to pick out, remember those little box shapes that we've done? So like, I'm going to come around, look, and put in all the lines that are comfortable this way first. See a bit of that one, look. And then put those ones in. See, I'm not going to see that one there. Oh, that'll be, yeah. Oh, we need pictures when she's finished. Is it a girl? Is it a boy? Can't remember now, did you say? I think you sort of know whether it's going to be a boy or a girl when you've put the eyes in. and when the ears go on. I think it's that kind of turning moment that you then know. Doesn't matter which one you get, they're all fabulous. But it's nice that you can choose, I think, isn't it? It's nice that you've got that kind of bit of a decision. Look at that. So you've got those going on in there. Okay. Let's get rid of those pencil lines, see which ones I've missed. Okay. Get rid of them. And yeah, that one's in, that one's in. That one's in. So I'm going to put a little line on the inside of each one. Now I can see clearly what I've got. And into those. So, see how that goes. Gives it a little bit of shape, doesn't it? I think that one, I don't know what's gone on there, but it doesn't matter. Still going to put my lines in. And see where it leads. See, having a pencil and pen at the handy and building up in different bits, like it's definitely behind now, isn't it? And that's what I wanted. So what I am going to do is I'm going to come round the outer edge and I'm going to put those little bubbly details on. Looks a little bit, scallopy edge. And a log. Oh, it don't matter, Joe. Joe, you need to actually just post it anyway. We'd love to read your poem. But I had to set a deadline on it, or else I wouldn't have got everybody's in, see. Okay. So, I'm going to come. It doesn't matter where now. I'm going to go, let's go with a bigger space. I'm going to put myself a bubble in. Go around it a few times. And then a smaller one inside or outside, depending on how big your first one was. Okay. So I'm going to come back to my ruler. I'm going to put some marks on with my pencil first, look. And I'm going to split it into 6 spaces or 6 lines. And it's just going to go slightly to one side. I'm going to draw a line in, and if it goes on the space, see, I'm going to go through. I'm not going into that. It's going to be a solid shape for me. It's going to go up there. And same here, look. And then where's my other one? So my other one, look, see, I'm going either side of my line each time, but not too far. Let's do that one. Both at the same time. See? And again, look, so here's my line, so I'm going to go sort of slightly either side. Now again, if you'd rather do this in pencil, that's fine, till you're comfortable with it. And certainly when you're looking at different places and trying to find out where your lines go. Okay, so that's gone completely all the way up there, which is fine. So next little bit, just coming to pencil to show you for a minute, is I'm going to put myself a line here. Let's double it. And then a line here. And that one, see, they're almost matching. Faye, yes, I will. I think I've got yours. I've moved everybody's to a new folder, see. But I will check. See, so I've gone around with the shape. Let's do another one here. So this line, look, is going to go there. This line's going to go up there. Let's put one in there. See there, look. Going to go there. I'm not going to do it across the whole thing, but a little bit there, so you've got one. So I'm going to put another one in. Let's go around that a couple of times again, and one in the middle, look. And again, I want to decide, which way am I going to go? I'm going to go this way for my first. So again, up there, down this one. Again, Again, keeping them quite thin. So that gives me that one. So then I'm going to mark in my 2 either side. So it gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And back in. It's not very often we use a ruler so much, is it? But there we go. Oh, Joe, you must do. Please email it in. We'd love to see it. Oh, that one. Okay. So let's have a look here. Not going to see much there. Now notice what I've done here. I've kind of ignored this bit because it's already got something going on. And I don't want to overcomplicate it. So will I see that bit there? So I've left it, you see? So let's put these lines in. So we can clearly see what we've got there. If you want to do it without a ruler, you can do. And I do use, you know, freehand a lot when I'm doing lines. Doesn't matter. Okay, to that one. So, see that one there's quite small, so I'll just do that freehand. And then that one there. Okay. So, similar here. Let's put some more in. So I'm going to come in straight away now with pen. I think I'm happy enough to do that. Let's get a couple of them in, see? Turn it round, so sort of follow it as best I can. So I'm probably going to get one up there, look. Turn it round again. So in there with those lines. Going to get another one there, look. Oh, that one's going to go up as well, just a little bit. Eager to get that one in. It is going to go up there, look. Okay, so happy with that. See how it's just sort of moving around? We're creating slightly different shapes as we go. So this one I've extended it out rather than take it all the way around. But it's nice to break things up a bit. If it gets a little bit too samey, it can get a little bit dull. So. Oh, Joe, that's what it's all about. It's not a mess. It's just about having a go, isn't it? And because this has got slightly different curves on depending on which part of the ruler you use, it's quite interesting. Okay, so I've gone that way this time. See, I've gone under there. It's all about, you know, overs and unders and making a bit of an interesting background. So here we go again, look, through there. Now that one can extend down there. Let's do this one. So I've got liner. Oh, do you know what? Who on earth could that be? Can't be somebody that tangles, can it? Because otherwise they'd be watching this. All right. So I'm going to go freehand with this so I can see what I'm doing. Because there's a lot going on now. And I want to sort of get them. See that one? You're just going to go under there, which is a good thing because you don't have to match them. That's kind of one. Let's do another. That one, look, goes that way. So I'm sort of following first. So I am going to get one in there. And then this one is going to sort of come, because it's coming to that one, look, around there. Yeah, so we've got quite a bit going on around here. A little bit of space there, which is not a bad thing. And we've got a little bit of space there. I think what I'm going to do here is put myself a little border underneath that or inside that shape. Like so. Okay. So I'm going to start with a bit of shading first, I think. And decision to make about colours. But let's get some shading in first. So first things first, I'm going to come in with this little pattern here, so I'm definitely going to be putting pencil in there, look. You see where you've got the kind of V shape? Going to get a bit in there. Right, and then I'm going to go inside here. You might decide that you want to use colour inside there. Okay, so we've got that going. I'm going to come round a little bit as well. Just little bits around the edge, look. Keep it light. And then down the side of the ribbons. I'm going to call them ribbons, just so you know what I mean. Oh, look, missed a bit. Where's Janet when you need her? They tell me I've missed a bit. See? It goes underneath there, look. Same on this side. So I'm going to do that on all of them. See, that's going to go all the way over. Same again, the way over. So I'm trying to keep out of those little bumps, but it's inevitable you're going to get a bit in. If you want them completely crisp clean, then you could always go back in with a white pen after. Oh, it could. This actually could be ribbon. I have been known to stitch tiles before. You could go in and do a bit of that. So I'm going to come in, look, and yeah, I'm going to go across the whole thing. You see, Janet. I've probably missed more than a bit. I've probably, you know, around here and stuff, but sometimes, you know, your eye's going to put it in anyway. Hello, Alison. Janet, how are you getting on with the cold after your little holiday? I hope you've settled in and you've got plenty of woolly pulleys. It has been cold. Okay, let's shade that through and let's see what comes of it. Tortillon. Oh, just trying to get it out. All right, so where did we sort of start? Let's do a little bit of this in here. And sort of give that a little bit of shade. So, okay, I'm going to come back in with pencil. I'm going to add a little bit on the top there. So just the top bit. See, you can't see the sides, it's coming down a tiny bit. Just the top. Oh, I bet. Well, I guess Finley's not worked out that, you know, you can't have the door open all night when you've got the heating on. It sort of defeats the object, so we're having a few things going on with him at the minute. He's certainly a character. Having Shelties is lovely, isn't it? They're all nice and calm and chilled. And then you bring a cockapoo into the mix. It's, my goodness me. It's craziness. All in a tiny little ball. Luckily, it is a tiny little ball. He is a miniature. He's not a full-size cockapoo, so thank small mercies, eh? Just as much energy, though. It's certainly a character. Oh, Viv, that's something we don't want. Although John has put some more guttering in, I do need to do a little video, don't I? Show you again. It's sort of a work in progress. I will, I'll do a video next week. So we've got these little bits of shading going on. Let's go around the edge. Sometimes it is about putting the colour in first, but it doesn't really matter. It's up to you. You know, if I'm going to go over this with colour. Oh, Vicky, I know. They do, don't they? They don't know what time it is. Well, they do, but they don't understand clocks moving and things. Benji's forever laid back. He doesn't mind when he gets fed. He knows it's going to happen. Okay, so yeah, I was just saying, if I put colour over this now, you're going to get a slightly more muted feel, of course, because we've got some grey there, but it still works fine. Let's bring in mid-rose. And just gently feed it in. because I've already got colour there anyway, it's going to sort of help with that process of blending them two together. Just come in part way down. Look. So you can still see the paper underneath. But I don't mind that. And I've gone inside the lines rather than right to the edge. I'm going to do them all the same. Now here, look, I'm going to put some of this colour where I've got the shading. So right on the edge, and then when it goes underneath, see? Let's just work that out a little bit more. So I need to do that bit as well. Okay. So when I'm using that one, I'm going to also bring in the light rose. And again, work it over the top. But again, not really pressing on, just let it do its thing. Still going to come back in and do a little bit more shading with the pencil in a short while, but sometimes, you know, rather than leave things till the end, it's worth doing little bits and building your picture up at a similar level than trying to do everything all at once. It works better that way. You can see it growing as you start adding bits to it. See, there's my white and my light areas. So a little bit of, there's my Sanntangle red. Works well with the reds and also comes in nicely with this pink. Get it a little bit darker there, see? Same there, so a little bit more pressure now. Just a little bit. Again, trying to avoid those little bumps. And trying to avoid drawing on my board as well. That's where I did think about, putting there. Did miss my pinks there, didn't I? Yeah, putting a border around, didn't I? But I decided not to, which is fine. My choice. So now I've got to work that colour to make sure it's right on the edge. And back in with the mid-rose. In and along. Okay. Sort of working the two together. And again, I'm not particularly pressing on, just a bit of light pressure. Because there's like colour already on there now, it's starting to do its own thing. It's going to blend. A bit there. It is all about building it up, isn't it? Once you're comfortable with it, you can miss a couple of steps, but it all helps layering it. And sort of going. Now I've got that white in the middle now. It's sort of almost acting as a little resist. So I'm not going to go too far and touch the middle completely. All right, ready for the last leg now. Let's bring that rose back in. I'm not going as far this time. It's going to go over the top where it already is. And because I've already got that little bit of shading in there, it is helping. So I don't have to be as neat, I suppose, or as precise as putting this colour on. See, every time you add a little bit, it works into those. Okay, bit of that pink. This is my lighter pink now, so you see a little bit more pressure. It's helping to sort of merge them all together. But again, I'm trying not to go completely into the middle because I want to bring that white back. It's really now, it makes everything look underneath, which is what we wanted. And a bit of white. Just to work them together. To that one, look. Sort of get my way around. I think as well, if you want to do a little bit more depth, I'm going to bring night sky in and add a little bit of darkness. You could bring purple gem in as well. A little bit, just sort of on the edges. We want it to look like it's sort of wrapped over, see? So the darker we can go in places, the lighter your lights will look. Okay, in there. Doesn't look too bad, does it? So I want to come back in now with a regular pencil and look at my little shapes here. I'm going to put a little bit of, no, I'm not going to do it on this one. So I've gone top left on the inside there, and then I'm going to come bottom right on the outside. So top left on the inside, bottom right on the outside. Doesn't matter which way, as long as you've sort of gone opposites. And then here I'm going to do a little bit of pencil. Imagine again things being on the top. So you're looking here on the top. Okay, like that. So I'm going to see that. These ones are not going to really see it because there's no top, is there? But I'm just going to put a touch down the side, break the rule a little bit. Okay, tops. So looking up, it's the top. What you'd see is the top. There you go. Gives it a little bit of an idea, doesn't it? Okay, you're not going to see much there, so I'm going to pretend. Into those. Just gives it a little bit of interest, doesn't it? And soften them off. See, that's made a difference, hasn't it? See how that kind of works its way around. And it's not that you've got to be completely precise with this anyway, because it's sort of in the background. You want it to look a little bit three-dimensional. The ribbon is the foreground. All right, so I've got my black. And I'm going to pick on a couple of bits, a couple of lines. So not all of them. Let's just pick a few and see how we feel. Okay. Put some in here, look. Because, of course, we've got a little bit of a design going on in there. Just sort of breaks the pattern up, doesn't it, that we put in. Putting these lines through. Okay, maybe a bit there, look. And just sort of in contrast to that, I'm going to bring in my white. Add a little bit of white. Again, I'm not going to do it to every one, because doing that, it kind of takes away the sort of the highlighted bits. So you've got to be a little bit careful as to how much you do put in. Of course, because I've got an inked tile, it does mean that you can see a little bit more of it. Okay, see down here, down my ribbon. Gonna come back in with that black. Add a little bit of dark. So I really want to sort of lift it up off the back. So I'm going kind of around the little bumps. See, that's made a difference. It's made a difference, isn't it? So you can sort of start in there because it's quite dark to go with, because you've got colour, and then you find as you work your way out, you'll ease off your pencil a little bit, so it will get a little bit lighter as you work your way out. So I'm only going to do that to that one and this one. because I think then the others are a little bit too far away to put it in. It's going to really, because that goes over, see, we want to definitely go over. Let's see. So that's a little bit there as well, being that it's going over. Okay. All right, so I think that's possibly going to be where I'm going to leave it. A little bit of an initials. And we're all done. Like so. There we go. So, not sure what to call that one today. I know Chris comes up with some fantastic names for it. But it's a little bit of a twisted ribbon. I think it's not really twisted. It's like an overlocking ribbon design, isn't it? It's inspired a little bit by lace because, of course, tomorrow I've got lace 2 coming. Now I thought I'd show you one picture from each of the new stencils. So here's one picture from the new lace. Notice the background stencil. Yes. And the Lucky Lane one. Now I'm not going to tell you what it's called yet, but look at this. It's got clouds. So there's definitely a background stencil for some clouds. But what could you possibly expect to find in the clouds? I don't know. I want to show you all of it. That's as much as I'm going to show. Look what's coming. And you might see there, that's a little character. It's one of Dobby's friends hiding there. So I'm not going to show you anymore. But something that we didn't really talk about, we haven't talked about a lot, is not saying anymore. So, okay, I'll leave you to that. I know it feels like Friday, but it's not. It's only Thursday. So enjoy what's left of it. And if you're around tomorrow, I can't even remember what time I'm on. Is it 2 and 7 or something like that? But, yeah, it'll be on the schedule. So if you're there, enjoy. So, okay, everybody, have fun with this one, and I'll catch up with you soon. So take care. See you. Bye.